Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Chapter 56, Lu Changqing in full condition and full firepower. Lu Changqing jumped onto the wall of the city wall, accompanied by the white whirlpool in the palm of his left hand, the special space of the slaughterhouse. Instead of centering on itself, it stands on the edge of a special space and places that area in the scarlet plane. Gripping the demon sword in his right hand, he looked extraordinarily strange in the bloody dusk, facing such a huge horde of beasts. Without any hesitation, resolutely activate the special skill of this piece of equipment, Demon Prison Blood Break, and glance at the many strange beasts that are gradually entering the slaughterhouse. His figure disappeared from the battlements in an instant, and when he reappeared, he had already set foot on the Guang family's beast-tied battlefield. With the energy and blood of so many strange beasts, can this demon sword be upgraded? Lu Changqing looked at the many strange beasts about 200 meters away in front of him. His eyes were filled with anticipation, and he was eager to try. What the hell? What's going on? On the city wall, Zhao Chen, whose face was quite pale, originally thought that he was guarding the current area with Lu Changqing. With the opponent's strength, there should be no big problem, maybe they can survive or something. But what he didn't expect was that Lu Changqing's figure disappeared directly on the city wall and appeared behind the area where the beast horde must set foot. This feeling is like the flame of hope that was finally ignited in the heart, and it was poured into a pot of cold water. Thoroughly cool. I was dumbfounded. If the number of these strange beasts is only a few dozen, then forget it, but big brother, the front is hell. There are more than 500 strange beasts, even a gold-level professional, rushing into it. Can't escape death. He thinks he has some understanding of Lu Changqing's strength, and he should be able to reach around the 25th level of the silver rank. But, facing a beast horde of this scale, it is no different from being sent to death. Thinking of this, Zhao Chen quickly cast his eyes on Zhang Wanqing, Lin Qianqin and the others, and said anxiously, "Aren't you going to stop me?" Zhang Wanqing's cold face changed slightly, although Lu Changqing's actions seemed to others. It's no different from dying. But after being in contact for so long, she must have a deep understanding of Lu Changqing's character. Absolute. It's not the kind of person who acts impulsively. Since this guy chooses to do this, he must have his own confidence. Zhang Wanqing was about to cast her eyes on Lin Qianqin. Without any surprise, her expression was extremely anxious at this time. Qianqin, remember what he said just now, trust classmate Lu. Maybe he will give us 28 surprises. Lin Qianqin bit her lip and didn't answer, but her helpless eyes said everything. If it was him, facing the siege of so many alien beasts, there should be a way to escape, or defeat them, right? She didn't feel that Lu Changqing's actions were too reckless, she just felt that her strength was too weak. He doesn't even have the qualifications to become Lu Changqing's assistant. What Lin Qianqin can do now is to ensure her own safety and try not to hinder Lu Changqing. Coming to the center of the beast horde, Lu Changqing didn't panic at all, and even had a smile on his face. The buff superposition of auxiliary occupations, the skills of Yao Dao Gush. Moreover, in the continuous battle, it is also possible to activate the berserk skill of the redstone necklace, which is full of firepower. In this situation, Lu Changqing was somewhat curious about his own strength, looking at the strange beast that was about 100 meters away. Use identification decisively. Alien beast. Giant wolf with white eyes, elite. Level. Silver level 25th level. Alien beast. Giant death basilisk, elite. Level. Silver level hyphenation point level 23. Alien beast. Dead wildebeest. Level. Silver hyphenation point level 22. The alien beasts rushing towards them like a tide, after sensing the human breath, they all turned slightly. There are so many elite beasts. Lu Changqing was a little surprised, to be precise, a surprise. His eyes swept forward, and he decisively used the fruit of surgery ability. Slaughterhouse. With the object not far in front, it directly completed the space exchange, and instantly came in front of the elite monster giant death lizard. Looking at the extremely ugly beast, Lu Changqing held the first-generation Gush with both hands, without any hesitation. Cut down decisively. Attached to the blade with the laser cutting ability of the fruit of surgery, it seems to be able to cut through all living things, directly cutting this strange beast. Split in half from the head. If it is Gush in a normal state, it will not cause the death of this strange beast. You can activate the skill Demon Prison Blood Break. all the chi and blood of the alien beast. They were all completely stagnated by this demon knife, and their originally rather huge body instantly showed a strange dryness. Roar. Accompanied by the deafening roar, several strange beasts rushed towards the direction where Lu Chengqing had landed. Baton. Only. The moment Lu Chengqing turned around, with a slight movement of his fingers, the several strange beasts that had attacked and killed. Suspended directly in a special space. That rather huge body with different shapes is constantly fluttering, trying to break free from the control of the baton. But the effect is still in vain. Relying on physical strength, it is impossible to break free from the control of the baton, and become the prey to be slaughtered in Lu Chengqing's eyes. Lu Chengqing looked at the alien beast suspended in midair, and there was no object for space transfer, but directly used Gushtu. Using the slashing effect of this monster knife, he slashed at those strange beasts, and with the flickering light of the knife, the cut was completed in an instant. Not only that, from the cut wounds on those strange beasts, there was a stream of blood flowing towards Lu Chengqing like a stream. Finally, it converged on Onitsu's strange blade. As for those alien beasts that have been drained of energy and blood, even if they are in a special space in the slaughterhouse, but still can't escape the end of death. Experience plus 2350. Experience plus 2700. Experience plus 1410. Current grade. 22, 7.8, 150,000. If this can kill all the beasts, it is possible to upgrade to level 26. Lu Chengqing held the demon sword Gush in both hands, and looked at the many strange beasts not far away without stopping. His eyes were full of anticipation. The number of elite beasts is more than imagined. If all of them are killed, the level will usher in a skyrocketing increase. Maybe, even the first generation Onitaru of the silver rank in his hand can take this opportunity to grow to the equipment level of the gold rank. Without the slightest hesitation, he swung the butcher knife decisively. The defense line of the city wall not far behind, Zhao Chen, who was worried about Lu Chengqing's safety at first, saw the battle not far away. At this time, his pale face was full of shock, mainly because of Lu Chengqing's fighting style, so frankly neat. Professionals will also improve their eyesight after possessing extraordinary power. The moment the strange beasts surround Lu Chengqing, Zhao Chen used identification techniques to identify the existence of the beast hordes, and most of them were elite level. There are only a few ordinary beasts. Facing the siege of so many alien beasts, even a gold rank professional wants to kill them all. All require a lot of effort. Can Lu Chengqing? There was no panic at all. After beheading the first strange beast first, he used some means to levitate the other strange beasts. Just kill it calmly. From the beginning to the end, it only took Lu Chengqing 30 seconds to kill these strange beasts. Simply neat. The corner of Zhao Chen's mouth couldn't help twitching when he saw this. He really wanted to curse, and he could see the difference in strength between the two. Compared with the copy of the college entrance examination. The dominance shown now, or, is this the real strength of Lu Chengqing? Zhao Chen couldn't hold back his national essence. Damn it, he's a freshman. Why is this guy so perverted? Fortunately, in this copy, we are teammates. Quote. Zhang Wanqing and Lin Qianchen's rather nervous pretty faces saw Lu Chengqing's rather relaxed and calm fighting. The wrinkled brows eased a lot. Like, is it true that they are a little bit overwhelmed, or that they completely underestimated Lu Chengqing's own strength? In the center of the city wall defense line, Yang Wei, Shenyun and many other veterans gathered here, preparing for battle. The number of beast horde is too huge. Even they, whose strength is at the golden level, face this nearly 5,000 to 600 strange beasts. Relying on its own strength, it is impossible to resist, and can only use this dangerous city wall to fight. At this time, suddenly, a second-year student noticed a figure wandering and fighting among many strange beasts on the Scarlet Plain. The boy's face was full of disbelief, and he said in a trembling voice, "This, isn't that Lu Chengqing? Why did he go to fight on the Scarlet Plain?" Chapter 57. Lu Chengqing held the demon sword Onitsu in both hands, and poured all the energy and blood accumulated from killing the alien beasts to the alien beasts on the ground. Resulting skill range. There is even a qualitative change, not a simple fixed point attack on a single alien beast, but an attack on all the alien beasts around. It's all covered in it. The skill of the demon prison blood break has an extremely wide range. The originally flat ground, under the impact of the majestic blood. The ground, which was originally fairly flat, instantly crumbled into countless pieces. And it's not just a simple collapse, it eventually gathers to the ground where the majestic chi and blood touches the center of the alien beast that landed. Bloom again. The bright red blood seemed to be rushing straight into the sky, and the bodies of the beasts within the skill range were completely washed away. However, after Lu Chengqing threw out the blood break of the devil prison, he did not fall into many strange beasts, using the space-cutting ability of the slaughterhouse. The location changes again. You can't say that they are exactly the same, but that there is no difference. After Lu Chengqing used space exchange to come to the periphery, he looked at the effect of the skill center with a somewhat strange expression. When the majestic blood energy fell to the ground, a lot of experience popped up, and the strange beast in the center was already dead. Even when the second wave of blood energy erupted, there were nearly 100 strange beasts within the range of the skill, not even bones left. Totally evaporate. Lu Chengqing immediately turned his gaze to Goosh in his hand. The original bright red texture of the blade had changed after killing so many strange beasts. There is a vague development in the direction of dark red, and the distance is raised to gold level equipment, getting closer. On the defense line of the city wall, whether it is a freshman or a senior student, after seeing this picture. Even there are many professionals who are about to make a move, they are all stunned in place, their brains are buzzing. What's the situation? They only saw the figure of Lu Chengqing appearing out of nowhere above the center of the beast tide, and then there is a blood formation that goes straight into the sky. Cover most of the strange beasts in the center in front of you, and when the detonation is completely completed, including Zhang Wanqing and Lin Qianqin, who had a little understanding of Lu Chengqing's strength, were equally dumbfounded. It's the first time I've seen Lu Chengqing show such violent strength, at least there are more than 80 strange beasts directly killed. Zhang Wanqing twitched the corners of her mouth, as if this looked a beast tide that could drown all of them. That's it. Tell me, it's not true. Zhao Chen's face turned slightly pale, not because of the huge beast tide, but because of the strength shown by Lu Chengqing. If this strength was shown in his copy of the college entrance examination, it is estimated that there are more than 30,000 candidates in the entire dungeon, and if they make moves at the same time, they may not be Lu Chengqing's opponents, right? Yang Wei, who originally had the idea of rushing to help Lu Chengqing, felt a little inexplicable after seeing the effect of the blood break in the devil's prison. Asphyxia. The blood in the sky is full of destructive and manic power, as if there is a sea of blood, rising from the ground to the sky. What the hell? What the hell? Yang Wei murmured in a daze, looking at the ground washed away by the sea of blood. There were not even bones of strange beasts. Instantly evaporates. It can be estimated just by visual inspection that Lu Chengqing's terrifying ability just now directly wiped out 6/1 of the strange beasts. Even if those perverts in the junior year, with the strength of the golden level, may not be able to achieve this level, right? The essential. This is Lu Chengqing's second day of enrollment, and it will take at most a year for this guy to improve his strength. I guess the whole school is not enough for him to play. Just when Yang Wei lost his mind, the sense of smell honed by his rich combat experience instantly woke him up. Root cause. Those strange beasts have no humanity, even if there are most of the same kind, they have been completely reduced by Lu Chengqing. The horns that still haven't stopped charging, the towering city walls are not their first target. In the Scarlet Plain, Yang Wei, Shenyun and others exposed to sight have become the prey that many strange beasts are looking for. After Yang Wei sensed the coming of the crisis, he reacted immediately and decisively used the skills of the elementalist. In terms of power, there is, after all, the level attribute is placed here, and it can deal with the single-headed strange beast that is rushing. But the problem is, there were 7 or 8 strange beasts rushing in his direction, even with so many means. Yang Wei only dealt with most of them on the way back, and the speed of the rest of the beasts did not decrease at all. When the distance was less than 15 meters, he had already made the decision to fight to the death, but at this moment, not far away, there were a few lights of knives flickering, and the bodies of several strange beasts that had rushed to attack were cut into pieces by the slash. Did not die directly. The severed beast was still alive, with its limbs scattered on the ground, struggling and trying to get up. Yang Wei's pupils contracted suddenly. Seeing this scene for the first time, he felt a strange feeling in his heart. The body was cut into several pieces. But in this situation, the strange beast still kept its life. He immediately turned his gaze to the distance and saw the familiar figure. Could it be Lu Chengqing who made it again? Lu Chengqing was not particularly surprised that the beast did not die directly, after the release of the demon prison blood break skill. The effect will be automatically turned off. As for the next slash effect, it will return to the scope of the operation fruit, and the cut object will not die. But, when Lu Chengqing went to Yang Wei, he didn't just make up for the strange beast and glanced at the senior students who were fighting nearby. Kind of unspeakable heartache. These are all experience and points. These gold rank professionals do have strength. As long as you don't face the siege of so many alien beasts and have a wide range of attack methods, you can kill them. Thanks. Yang Wei's face was serious, not because of the distress, but because of the strength displayed by Lu Chengqing. The sense of oppression was too strong. He didn't just put on the airs of a senior and go to the seniority ranking in the world of professionals. After all, strength comes first. The destructive combat power that Lu Chengqing showed just now is far stronger than his own strength. Lu Chengqing shook his head lightly. The reason why these seniors came out is probably because of himself. He said bluntly, "Actually, I think the ones you are going to help are those new students on the city wall." After hearing these words, Yang Wei, who originally wanted to speak, fell silent completely, and turned his gaze to the city wall. Not all aliens. They are all encircling and suppressing them on the bloody plain, and many strange beasts have already touched the city wall and started fighting with the rest. And there is nothing wrong with Lu Chengqing's remarks. Originally thought that this guy who was trapped in the center of the beast tide was in the most dangerous environment, indeed dangerous. But it was for those strange beasts. Yang Wei's character was not twitchy. He nodded decisively and said, "Then Lu, you should pay attention, we are back to the city wall defense line." After Lu Chengqing finished speaking, he had no intention of staying here any longer, and turned around decisively to the beast tide. He still didn't forget to make up the knife and said, "The main reason is your strength. It seems a bit lower than my psychological tone. So don't come to grab experience from me." After Yang Wei heard the supplementary words, let alone the strange expression on his face, his strength is not bad. Even in the second grade of Zhongnan Provincial Vocational College, he can be ranked in the top 5 names, never expected. One day, I will be caught by a freshman who has just entered the school for 2 days, making no secret that his strength is too weak. Yang Wei wants to vomit something. But those who can't find a reason at all, from the perspective of Lu Chengqing's strength, it can indeed be done. After signaling to the rest of the students to replay the defense line of the city wall, Yang Wei looked at the flickering figure and returned to Lu Chengqing in the beast tide. His heart. Suddenly a bold idea came up. There are still 300 to 400 strange beasts, won't all of them be slaughtered by him? After all, the unnamed large-scale skill just now directly killed all the strange beasts within the range. Lu Chengqing should be able to do it. With the superposition of many buffs, Lu Chengqing's various attributes exploded directly, even if he continuously used the ability of the Operation Fruit. Not too much physical exertion. Going back to the periphery of the beast tide again, the special skills of Yao Dao Gido have no time limit for use. On the contrary, as long as there is enough blood energy, the blood break of the devil prison can be used repeatedly. It is completely a bug. And, if the beast is killed directly by slashing, there are many situations where Lu Chengqing needs to step forward to make up the knife. How much trouble! Without the slightest hesitation, Lu Chengqing resolutely activates the special skill of Yao Dao Gush, Demon Prison Blood Break. Because of the continuous killing of so many strange beasts, even in the newly activated state, the blood is quite strong. Continue to brush experience. For the many alien beasts that were disrupted and attacked, the attack of the beast tide was not as violent as it was at the beginning. There are a lot of strange beasts who choose to act separately, but it will cause a little trouble for Lu Chengqing's next job of killing. Chapter 58. Many students on the defense line of the city wall were in a rather quiet mood at this time, mainly due to the strength displayed by Lu Chengqing. Oppression is too strong. Originally, there were many freshmen, but Lu Chengqing took advantage of the loopholes in the college entrance examination rules and mass-produced the number. How much is a little disdainful? Although it is not necessary to point fingers or something, there must be some prejudice, but when they see Lu Chengqing's strength, that thought completely vanished. because the strength displayed by Lu Chengqing is probably a mountain that they will not be able to overcome in this lifetime. With this strength, to manipulate the loopholes in the college entrance examination rules. Don't say it's the 3 top scorers in the college entrance examination. As long as the points are enough, even if it is 10 champions, it is estimated that someone else will find a way to operate. On the battlefield, Lu Chengqing's figure still shuttles among many strange beasts, as the battle time increases. There is no decline. On the contrary, the offensive became more and more violent. At the beginning, the equipment that exploded from Fireland Island, the skill effect of the redstone necklace. Start the same. Special skill. Berserk. Affected by the energy of redstone, the carrier may enter a berserk state during battle. Gain. Rage state. Attack power plus 30%, agility plus 20%, defense plus 50% may cause blood loss effect. In addition to the Holy Priest's honor blessing gain buff, now Lu Chengqing's comprehensive strength has been improved. Breakthrough directly to 60%. In this case, his strength can no longer be described as terrifying, even a silver-ranked boss. It is also very difficult to resist Lu Chengqing's slashing. The redstone necklace does not impress reason. On the contrary, when he is in a state of full firepower, his mind becomes clearer. Unusual beast. It will take up to 10 seconds to completely kill it, including the use of space transfer. The demon sword goosh in Lu Chengqing's hand, the blood surrounding the blade seemed to bleed. He set his sights on the beast tied not far away. Killing more than half of the number in a row, even many alien beasts with low IQs are gradually defeated. Did not flee directly. It seems that there is a more terrifying existence in the rear. In that kind of dilemma, all kinds of attack methods cast in the direction of Lu Chengqing. But those ordinary skills can't be touched at all. Lu Chengqing, in the special space of room slaughterhouse. As long as it's not a lock. Before getting close to his position, use the space position exchange, follow the visible rocks to complete the exchange. Cost. It is a random beast with a head that is directly slaughtered by Lu Chengqing. No matter how thick the armor is, it is no different from paper paste. Easy to kill. Even if some strange beasts resist strongly, they can't escape the solution of 300 deaths. The only problem is that these strange beasts are not concentrated, and have a tendency to disperse. It will take some time to completely kill them. The people who were playing soy sauce on the defense line of the city wall felt a little paralyzed when they saw Lu Chengqing's death-like figure. This wave of beasts has something to do with them, but it's not completely related to them. It's like half an outsider. Ended. Zhao Chen's eyes widened. After seeing Lu Chengqing finish off the last beast, his mood was quite complicated. Not distressed points. It's that Lu Chengqing really kept his word and kept his promise, and asked them to wait for the copy to end on the city wall. Then, there were more than 500 strange beasts in size, and now there were only corpses left in the bloody plain. Ended. Yang Wei said affirmatively, but the bitterness in his heart had already appeared on his rather Zhou Zheng face. This huge wave of beasts, let alone more than 500, he can be said to be the person with the highest paper level in the dungeon. Solved the beast. The number is not enough for 20 heads. On the contrary, Lu Chengqing, who just entered the Jiangnan Provincial Vocational College, this is only the second day, relied on his own strength. 75% of this wave of beasts. Kill them all. If Yang Wei tells this matter, it is estimated that no one in the entire vocational college may believe it. This has been. It can't be described as outrageous. Why is there no loot? After Lu Chengqing easily dealt with the last beast, he glanced at the tragic battlefield and frowned slightly. It's so unrealistic. Looking at the corpses of many alien beasts, not to mention the equipment, even a complete piece of material, you can't see it. It can be said, the biggest gain for Lu Chengqing from beheading so many strange beasts is the nearly 600,000 experience points. Originally, it was still level 22. After solving this wave of beasts, Lu Chengqing's strength level was directly raised to 25. Along with the upgrade of the level, the attributes of all aspects have once again ushered in a skyrocketing increase. Name: Lu Chengqing. Occupation: physician. Level: silver level 25, 3.4, 220,000. J: 512 plus 130. Agility: 537 plus 255 plus 20%. 498 plus 80. Stamina: 570 plus 180. Equipment: redstone pendant, redstone bracers, first generation ghost, boots of lightness. Occupational talent: physical recovery. Auxiliary skills: life recovery, medical identification. Attack skills: none. Exclusive skills: room slaughterhouse, room baton, room scan, scalpel, CIDJ. Alright. Lu Chengqing glanced at the final data, and it wasn't particularly surprising, at least 350 strange beasts. Among them, there are quite a few elite beasts, which can be directly promoted to 3 major levels, which is expected. Original. The team points are as high as 7,600, and after experiencing this wave of beasts, they directly broke through the 30,000 mark. Probably, even Vice President Chen Qingliu didn't expect that he could get so much in this silver-ranked dungeon, right? And Lu Chengqing doesn't think he is a righteous person, he got so many points in the team by himself. The specific division of the problem still needs to be discussed. In addition, resisting this wave of dead beasts is not a great achievement, at least 70% of them are occupied. 012111528 Filu 154,333,391. Those senior students can get 30% of the points from other freshman teams without doing anything. As for the points for the freshman team, Lu Chengqing is still not interested in making a move. The current situation is that whoever has points, he will earn them. Lu Chengqing immediately looked at Goosh in his hand, and after beheading about 200 strange beasts in a row. The change is very obvious. Not the original scarlet. Instead, the dark red covering the entire blade is slowly flowing, even for him, the equipment holder. Still in this dark red substantive blood energy, he vaguely sensed the aura of destruction and violence. Going home, Lu Chengqing glanced at the vast and boundless blood-colored plain, after cleaning up the huge beast horde. The Dusk Frontier dungeon boss did not appear. Continue to wait here, why not go to the city wall defense line, find some auxiliary occupations to restore physical strength or something. After all, even if there is an increase in the attribute of the buff, it does not belong to Lu Chengqing itself, it is a temporary attribute obtained out of thin air. The value is increasing to keep up with it. However, the talent of Lu Chengqing's own medical doctor, physical recovery, did not increase because of the numerical value. Passive recovery of stamina increased. And the continuous fighting time of this wave of beasts is about 20 minutes, and the ability to use the fruit of surgery is so high frequency. Some energy is exhausted. The duration of the gain buff will also end, recover a little stamina, and wait for the dungeon boss to appear. Only then can it be directly blamed in seconds. After making the decision to return, Lu Chengqing used his remaining physical strength to perform several space replacements. Back to the walls again. Only, when Lu Chengqing returned to the city wall defense line, he killed about 350 strange beasts in a row, even though all the blood was absorbed by Goosh. The smell of blood, it is still quite strong, and coupled with the destructive aura of the demon sword Onoduru, the moment it appeared on the city wall. There are many girls who remained calm in the face of the strange beasts, but after realizing the piercing killing intent, their faces were quite pale. Yang Wei's eyes also fell on Lu Chengqing's body. After seeing the tiredness between his brows, he didn't know why. He's a little more balanced. Look, Lu Chengqing's strength is terrifying to such an extent, and he is still in the category of human beings. This guy is also good at gardening. But when Yang Wei cast his eyes on the ghost, the joy in his heart disappeared immediately. There is a feeling of tingling in the scalp. As the professional strength continues to increase, the perception of danger will also be greatly improved. Chapter 59. Lu Chengqing turned his attention to the instance boss in the distance. In terms of size, it is indeed the largest one he has ever seen. It appeared from the thick blood cloud in the sky, and landed directly in the vast blood-colored plain in front of it. In the direction of the city wall defense line, they kept coming. Alien beast. Monitor lizard pseudodragon boss. Level. Gold level, level 33. Power. 773. Agility. 538. 560. Endurance. 649. Skills. Poison healing domain. Dragon blood boiling, corrosion, dragon breath, giant dragon lizard armor. Pseudo-dragon. Lu Chengqing looked at the strange beast that was rapidly approaching the city wall. He was somewhat familiar with this kind of existence. But This kind of dragon family is derived from the existence in the Western fantasy worldview, not the dragon in the belief of the Dragon Kingdom. The dungeon boss monitor lizard pseudo-dragon in front of him looks similar to what he imagined. The appearance of a giant lizard has some of the characteristics of the Western fantasy dragon, mixed with the impure blood of the sub-dragon. Strength. Gold rank 33. From the perspective of combat power, this giant lizard and pseudo-dragon is indeed more difficult than the wave of beasts just now. I just don't know. Lu Chengqing looked expectantly, and murmured softly, "What kind of rewards can I get for killing this gold-ranked dungeon boss?" Yang Wei, who was standing not far away, naturally heard these words from Lu Chengqing's mouth, and at the same time his eyelids twitched wildly. He decides decisively. Now, even if it is a gold rank level 33 boss monitor lizard pseudo-dragon, it is still difficult to kill it together. But there are a total of 17 gold rank students on the defense line of the city wall. In the last 4 minutes, they cleared the dungeon. Can do. Let's go, we can't let the freshmen take all the limelight. Yang Wei glanced at Lu Chengqing with deep meaning, and immediately turned his gaze to the students present, and said decisively. Itself. They follow the freshmen to take on their safety issues, resulting in the most terrifying beast tide. Instead, let Lu Chengqing solve it. Then this dungeon boss must not let him steal the limelight, no matter how bad it is. They are also gold rank professionals. After hearing Yang Wei's words, many sophomore professionals in the defense line of the city wall were eager to try. To some extent, the strength of these old students also represents the face of the Jiangnan Provincial Vocational College, so they can't be underestimated, right? Set off. When the dungeon boss monitor lizard pseudo-dragon was less than 240 meters away from the city wall, Yang Wei gave orders decisively. The sophomores, who were already ready to fight, launched their strongest attack methods against that golden-ranked beast. In an instant, numerous attack methods and skills bombarded in the direction of the monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon, trying to kill it. Those attacks only slightly slowed the progress of the Varanus pseudosaurus. Yang Wei standing on the watchtower did not use the skill, Extreme Ice Feast, such a large-scale skill. The range attack effect is really impressive. But the burst damage of a single target, especially against this kind of gold-level dungeon boss, is a bit weak. Accompanied by the flashing elemental light in Yang Wei's staff, it is an instant skill, after about 30 seconds of singing. Soon, there is a magic circle covering the monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon. With the constant changes of several elements, the ground that was originally flat. The light representing the 5 elements is completely detonated. Elemental shock. Yang Wei's face was serious, and he decisively released his strongest and most consuming damaging skill on the dungeon boss. Under the arrangement of mutually repelling elements, the explosion caused is extremely gorgeous, and the area where the monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon is located. The ground is constantly cracking and collapsing, even the giant dragon lizard armor of the dungeon boss, under the power of this elemental explosion, disappear completely. Lu Chengqing looked at the monitor lizard pseudo-dragon whose armor had been broken in the distance. Although using this magic skill to break the defense of the boss in this dungeon is already pretty good compared to others. Dungeon time remaining. 3:21. 3:20. It's almost time to end. Lu Chengqing glanced at the dungeon challenge time. There were 3 minutes left, relying on the output of Yang Wei and other seniors. Want to completely kill the monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon. Still a bit difficult. After the countdown is over, it is estimated that the silver level copy will be reset directly and the level will be raised to gold level. The difficulty of the dungeon has increased. It is absolutely obvious that Lu Chengqing still has the idea to rush off the gold copy if challenged alone. But in the Dusk Frontier dungeon, there are also Zhang Wanqing and Lin Qianchen, who are good friends no matter what. Lu Chengqing is more or less aware of the strength of the two of them, and it shouldn't be a problem to face silver-level ordinary dungeons. If it's a gold-level copy, it's just a little more difficult than others, plus his reward for killing the boss of the copy of the giant lizard and pseudo-dragon. Still very interested. Thinking of this, Lu Chengqing glanced at those support professionals, and said decisively, "Give me a buff." Okay. Sun Yumeng and the rest of the supporting professionals nodded in agreement, and it didn't take too long to cast the singing of the supporting skills. Just stack the buffs on Lu Chengqing again, still those familiar types, with luxurious values. Skyrocketed again. How long will it take? Lu Chengqing clenched the demon sword Gush in his hand, killing more than 200 strange beasts in a row with majestic blood, it can be said. It is reserved for this gold level 3-3 dungeon boss. After accumulating the blood energy of more than 50 alien beasts, they directly killed more than 80 alien beasts without even leaving their corpses. Evaporate directly. With 4 times the chi and blood, there should be no problem with a gold rank monitor lizard pseudo-dragon in seconds, right? Quote. In the palm of Lu Chengqing's left hand, there was a white cyclone that continuously reversed, and after a while, it was a special space in the slaughterhouse. It shrouded the bloody plain. Even those gold-level professionals who were fighting the monitor lizard pseudo-dragon were all shrouded in the slaughterhouse. It's just you. Lu Chengqing set his sights on Shen Yun. As a battle tank, he directly resisted this huge monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon. There is even a springboard for space exchange. With the change of his mind, Shen Yun, who was still fighting, appeared directly on the city wall defense line. And Lu Chengqing's figure, space displaced, like a ghost, appeared directly in front of the dungeon boss. Quote. Shen Yun's mind was buzzing, and he didn't have the ability to react to what was going on and was ready to go bombarded to the Scarlet Plains. But when Shen Yun saw Lu Chengqing in front of the dungeon boss monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon, the expression on his face was shocked. So, is this also Lu Chengqing's method? What a big guy. Lu Chengqing looked at the monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon, which was only 20 meters away, and his tone was quite emotional. Other than that, the anticipation in the eyes. The second-year professionals around did not expect that Lu Chengqing would suddenly appear on the battlefield, and were completely stunned. But when Lu Chengqing glanced at them, there was a kind of thorn in the back, and the words were concise. My suggestion is, if you don't want to die, get out of the range of the instance boss. I can't control the skill distance. The old students of the golden rank were obviously stunned for a moment, recalling Lu Chengqing's ability that smashed into the center of the beast horde. In an instant there is a kind of walking away with horror. This guy doesn't want to use that bloody and lethal skill again, does he? Without any hesitation, resolutely stop. Leave the area around the instance boss. After returning to the city wall, almost all the students' eyes fell on Lu Chengqing, waiting his attack on the instance boss. It's finally gone. With a smile on Lu Chengqing's face, with the subtle movements of his fingers, a stone was suspended in the air in an instant. Go straight to the top of the monitor lizard pseudo-dragon. Without any sloppiness, he used the space exchange ability of Room Slaughterhouse again, and replaced him with 2-handed knives. Appeared out of thin air in front of the copy boss. Roar. Chapter 60. Zhongnan Vocational College. The dungeon experience of the rest of the freshmen has been completed one after another, and outside the portal at the border of the dusk, except for the Vice President Chen Qingliu. Heads and teachers of various departments have already gathered here. As the Dusk Frontier Dungeon Challenge time continues to pass, only the last minute is left. Everyone's faces, including the academy leaders including Chen Qingliu, were quite dignified, with a feeling of suffocation. Because everyone knows what will happen next. Originally, it was only a silver-level Twilight Frontier. It will be directly upgraded to the gold difficulty level, becoming the Blood Moon plane that many sophomores are unwilling to challenge. The terrifying horde of beasts could completely devour the defense line of the city wall, and only 30 senior students of the golden rank were in charge of leading the team. If there is an accident, it may mean that Zhongnan Provincial Vocational College recruited this year. People with outstanding talents will all be lost in the dungeon. Chen Qingliu's expression was quite solemn. If something really happened, all the problems would be on him. After all, it is he who insists on starting the Twilight Frontier experience, and how much impact it will have on his official career. Chen Qingliu didn't care. What he was more worried about was the safety of the hundreds of students in the dungeon. Thinking of this in his mind, Lu Chengqing's face couldn't help appearing. If it's this guy, is he capable of leading all the students out of this Dusk Frontier dungeon safely? Asterisk. On the defense line of the city wall at the dusk border, when the dungeon boss monitor lizard pseudo-dragon dies, it means the copy has been cleared. However, many freshmen and old students gathered here are vaguely different from each other. Because the portal to leave the dungeon did not appear in front of them, and the most critical point was The countdown to upgrade the copy is still decreasing. Those freshmen with smiles on the faces of June 27th gradually disappeared, replaced by a dignified atmosphere. It's very unusual. They can be said to have witnessed with their own eyes that Lu Chengqing directly killed the boss of the instance with that unimaginable skill. Lu Chengqing even picked up the dungeon boss killing rewards, but the problem now is that the dungeon doesn't seem to have been completely captured. In an instant, there was a feeling of uneasiness that shrouded everyone's hearts, and even some students kept talking about it. Isn't the copy cleared? Where's the portal? I can't make it. This monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon is definitely dead. Why is the countdown of the dungeon still decreasing? Could it be that there are two bosses? Just beheading this monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon did not meet the clearance conditions. If I really upgrade, can I still get out alive? Keep waiting. Maybe the portal will appear after a while. After all, this is how dungeon rules are. After Lu Chengqing picked up the equipment rewarded by the dungeon boss, he did not hesitate to wear it decisively. The improvement of various attributes is extremely obvious. Name: Lu Chengqing. Occupation: physician. Level: silver level 26 1.7 230,000. J: 562 plus 230. 587 plus 475 plus 20%. Asterisk 548 plus 300. Stamina: 620 plus 450. Equipment: Dragon Breath Necklace, Redstone Bracers, Dragon Scale Armor, First Generation Goosh, Light Boots. Occupational Talent: Physical Recovery. Auxiliary Skills: Life Recovery, Medical Identification. Attack Skills: None. Exclusive Skills: Room Slaughterhouse, Room Baton, Room Scan, Scalpel. With the increase of the silver level, the comprehensive attributes will be increased by 50 points, plus the attributes carried by the equipment. Agility, Endurance. It has broken through to the 4-digit mark, and even ordinary gold rank professionals may not have such luxury. It's almost time to go back. Lu Chengqing didn't turn off the Room Slaughterhouse skill, and use the space replacement ability again. Return to the rampart defenses. Only, when he saw that the other freshmen and old students did not leave, but still stayed here, he was a little confused. Very strange. Lu Chengqing cast his eyes on Yang Wei, and asked directly, "The dungeon has been cleared, why are you still here?" On Yang Wei's face, there was no excitement after killing the monitor lizard and pseudo-dragon, but his face was quite pale, and his lips moved slightly. At last, he gritted his teeth and said, "Student Lu, the dungeon boss is dead, but the teleporters who left the Twilight Border, it didn't show up." After hearing these words, Lu Chengqing couldn't help frowning slightly, and decisively called out the dungeon information on the Twilight Frontier. Dungeon, Twilight Frontier. Difficulty, Silver, Gold. Open black lens bracket remaining time close black lens bracket 0. 0:45 1 hour 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Introduction: The Broken Small World. In the Beast Tide, the strange beast is your only opponent. Dusk covers you. Please complete the dungeon challenge within 12 hours. Completion requirements: kill the dungeon boss within the specified time. Notes: please kill the dungeon boss within 12 hours. After dusk, the night will come, and the difficulty of the dungeon will be raised to gold level. What's going on? Lu Chengqing himself is not an aborigine of this world. After these years, he has an understanding of the rules of the world. Basically, as long as the dungeon boss is killed, it means that the dungeon has been conquered and can leave directly. This special situation is also the first time Lu Chengqing has encountered it. 0:45, 0:44, 0:43. Open black lens bracket, close black lens bracket. Unknown status. You are being watched by the goddess of darkness, Feng Shui, who is closely watching your actions. What the hell? Lu Chengqing frowned slightly, and his face was full of doubts, except for the buffs of the auxiliary professions. This unknown state caught people off guard. For the goddess of darkness Feng Shui, Lu Chengqing was exposed to the novels of Crusoe mythology in her previous life, for this name. Still understand a little bit. Mother of all things, wife of the ineffable. The appearance is a bit similar to the tentacle monster, accepting sacrifices and worship of believers, and the gospel spreads all over the world. Being noticed by this indescribable existence, it is likely to be the one in the Dusk Frontier dungeon introduction. Opening parenthesis question mark closing parenthesis dot. The only possibility. It is the small world that was broken in the beast tide, and it may be the place where the goddess of darkness Feng Shui once spread her faith. Because of his own strength, killing that giant lizard and pseudo-dragon will attract the attention of this indescribable god. Then I can thank you. Lu Chengqing twitched the corner of his mouth, and immediately turned his attention to the countdown to the end of the dungeon. Could it be because of this special state? The portal that caused the instance to leave doesn't appear. 033, 032, 000. The current silver level dungeon, Dusk Frontier, has been upgraded to gold level, hell difficulty in plain. It's outrageous. Lu Chengqing looked at the time and immediately cleared it to 0, and the reminder that the level of the dungeon had increased, had a somewhat strange expression on his face. Not just him. There are many students who are concerned about the dungeon time on the defense line of the city wall. After seeing that it is directly cleared from 30 seconds to 0 in an instant. The expression on his face was quite frightened. They witnessed the scale of the wave of beasts with their own eyes, and how huge it was. There were nearly 500 strange beasts. If Lu Chengqing hadn't stood up at the critical moment, presumably now, whether they can stand here is a matter of fact. But now, the silver level dungeon, which was originally extremely difficult to clear, was actually upgraded directly to the gold level, which is still difficult in hell. Open black lens bracket blood moon plain close black lens bracket. Most of the students present were only at the bronze rank, and their originally tense faces turned pale. The fear that permeated the heart. As if to devour them all, the difficulty level of the dungeon is really too big. Even with the strength of the silver rank, they may not be sure to completely conquer this dungeon. Nowadays, the level of the dungeon jumps directly 3 times, and the difficulty of hell is basically, infinitely close to the platinum level dungeon. I am afraid, none of the unusual beasts that appeared in it could be dealt with by them. There were even freshmen with good family conditions who directly asked, who has extra dungeon teleportation scrolls? I'm willing to pay for it. The market price is 5 million, I can double it. What a copy of the gold level hell difficulty, I dare not even dream about it. Stop talking, I can do it twice. Please like and subscribe.